Here are two bearings I just salvaged from an old rollerblade wheel. These things come in handy sooner or later, don't they? So I pounded those out of the wheel. One thing to note is the size difference. This is the original bearing in the wheel. And again, I think it is a skate bearing, but it's not one people use anymore. Or it might, I don't know, it might be used on some roller skates or some lower quality merchandise. I just really don't know. It's a strange bearing. The bearings you want are the standard rollerblade bearings. Those are just one size, and you can get them in all sorts of resistances, like ABEC 4, 5, 6, 7. The higher the number, the more expensive they are, and the smoother they are, essentially. For a Sugar Glider exercise wheel, you really don't need anything fancy, so you can order sets of these on eBay. I'll try to provide a link down below for that. You can just buy some of these ahead of time and keep them handy. If you want the original, and just replace the original, it is an R4 ARS. And you can either get it with the rubber shield or get the metal shield. I think if I were to replace this, I'd go with the metal shield myself. The rubber shield it doesn't do anything. It doesn't really keep it from rusting. It just doesn't do anything. So I'd go for the metal shield. I also want to point out that the bearing system in the old unit has the single bearing and a fixed hub. So the bearing sits on the fixed hub and rotates the wheel. The design, I'm going from that to the new concept, which is instead of a fixed axle, I keep getting axle and hub confused. The original design is a fixed axle, and then the bearing rotates the wheel. The new design will be a moving axle, and it'll have two of the larger bearings, and then the wheel will be over here. There's an advantage to this design, which I hopefully will show you towards the end of the video. So again, we're going from one small bearing to two larger bearings. And the two bearings, spaced apart about like this, supports the axial load a lot better of the wheel out here. Whereas this single ball bearing, it eventually wears over time with the axial load. This design is more robust and will last a lot longer.